Hey guys, there's no skit. We got the dogs. Tiffany's over there. Listening to Midnight. The new release for Taylor Swift. She's in a cult, but she loves it. There's Velma being a good girl. There's no skit. She's tired. It's 12:15 in the morning. We haven't been sleeping much this week, so this is just a real little moment. And we got the wild sweater going for no reason. Say something.
Taylor Swift.
I don't even know if that registered, but I hope you guys are having a good week. Yeah. This is going to be a weird opening to this one. But I hope you guys are having a good week. Low quality fans of our high quality Bruins team, that is a dub! Thank God that's over. Jesus. That game wasn't not interesting. I mean, there was some score and chances. And if you look at the shot chart, you kind of go, what? A lot of stuff inside, between the dots, like right inside, right on top of Gibson. It didn't feel that way. I didn't walk away from this game being like, man, we could have had 4 or 5 rather than just 2. Or I guess 1, because the other one's a shootout goal, which doesn't even count. But it was not an entertaining game throughout. Sometimes, I have said this for years on this channel, I love the defensive battle, back and forth, scoring chance, big save. Like, I like it when things are tight and the goalies are good. But it didn't feel like that. It just felt like a lot of there's a chance, but the goalie made the save, but then there's no real secondary chance. There's not a scramble. There's not intensity. No one was getting in each other's faces. No fights. Like, there just wasn't a passion with the game tonight. But we won. So that's fun in itself. Like, I guess that's how it works, right? The Ducks are coming into this game the exact opposite record as us. 1-3, while we are 3-1. Gibson is going to be a net for them. He's been terrible so far this year. He has been allowing 5.96 goals allowed average, so basically 6 goals a game, and has an .872 save percentage. 87%, man. That ain't good. That ain't good at all. So if you were paying attention to all this, and you saw that before the game started, you knew that you should bet the under. You get it. The Bruins were not going to challenge Gibson at all. There's no way. And I think Gibson finished the game with like a 930 something or 940 something crazy. Because why not, right? He just plays the Bruins well. Olmark gets the start for us. He's going to outduel Gibson in this one, which he should have. Grizz and Stanika season debuts. Problem is, one of those debuts is going to go really well, and one of those is going to go about as poorly as it could, to the tune of worst player on the ice tonight for us, which sucks. Greer dropped to the 4th line. No clue why you would break up Greer and Coyle right now, but whatever. 4th line, Foligno, Nosek, Greer. Studnicka's going to get the 3rd center role. Coyle's going to go to the right. Frederick's going to stay on the left. Oh, no, Frederick did play this game. It took me a second there because he was mostly invisible too. Don't know why you break up Coyle and Greer. I don't get that. You drop Nosek instead of Lauko in this scenario, but no, they keep Nosek, who had a fine game. Honestly, I'm not that upset with anybody's game. I just didn't think they had a good one. We'll get there. Grizz is going to go on the 2nd pair with Zaboral, Lindholm with Riley as your top pair. Can't wait till Riley's no longer on the top pair. And then Forbort, Clifton, which is just so near and dear to our hearts. They're still fun to watch. We love it. Puck drops. Good start. We're a minute and a half in. And we are going to go on the power play. It is a cross slot pass to Pasta. Nails off the post. We set it up again. Do the same thing. Rebound this time. Hall gets cross-checked in front of Gibson. And we are going to go to the power play. Minute and a half in. Which immediately makes you go, we're starting this up the right way again. This is going to be goal-scoring palooza. You'd be wrong. The power play and the rest of the period could be defined by one word. Sloppy. Not good. Bad. That's 4 words. But sloppy is the word I wanted to use for this. 9:24 left. Foligno draws a slashing call. Power play. Sloppy. 4:10 left. 2-on-1. Zacha to DeBrusque as he crosses the blue line. And DeBrusque just chucks it in on Gibson. Gibson makes a save. Bats it out of the air. It's like, by the time he hits it, like 2 inches off the ice. But it counts. Past Gibson, we have our first goal. But wait. We don't. We don't. Because they're going to wave it off for offsides. It was offsides. It wasn't very offsides, but it was offsides. So we're going to stay at 0-0. And that's the first. Right there. Boom. Bada, bing, done. We outshot them in the first by a lot. I'm pretty sure they had like 4 shots and we had about 12, something like that. But going into the second, you don't have a ton of confidence because outside of a last game, which I guess at the end of the second, it still didn't feel like it was a great period. But outside of last game, our second period's been really lackluster this season. So going into the second, you go, well, time to clench the butthole for a little while, but we don't have to because 2:35 in. It's really a bad play by Gibson, but I'll take it. We are pressuring once again. The puck is fed to Hall, who's at a sharp angle at the bottom of the left circle. Chucks it on net. Save made. Klingberg comes over, meets Hall. They're physically battling to get at the rebound because Gibson goes to cover it and bats it forward to Hall, who shifts his weight, spins around Klingberg, and flings the puck back in on Gibson. It goes below one of the pads and gets in, just skates across the ice. Gibson wants it back. He knows he fucked up there. And it's a 1-0 game. I honestly thought, like, that might win us the game right there. I mean, it got us to overtime, so I'll take it. It was that, like, we were stifling the Ducks that much. They did turn it on and had a much better rest of the second, but it just never felt like they were really going to win the game. And it took a brutal mistake for it all to go down anyway. 6 minutes in, we have been the better team by a lot. Even with how sloppy we've been the better team. This Ducks team is not very good. They still have a long way to go. But we're at their blue line. The Ducks had just brought the puck back into their zone. We were offsides, but they brought it back in on purpose, meaning the offsides is negated. We pressure, puck gets turned over, and the puck is dished back out of the zone to Studnicka, who's right over that blue line in the neutral zone. Studnicka has it for half a second. I actually don't blame Stud this much for this one. It gets poked away from him. Our entire team froze and thought we were going to dump it deep, so they started moving forward, which means there's a 2-on-1 going back the other way because everyone was flat-footed when the turnover happened. During the 2-on-1, I think it's McTavish chucks it to Vetrano high in the slot, and he buries this. Easy peasy. Olmark never has a chance. Great shot. 1-1. Here's how the rest of the period goes. 4-board for tripping. 11:29 left. Penalty kill. Kill it. 6:48 left. Stud for tripping. Kill it. 1:46 left. Shattenkirk for hooking. I mean, we might as well have killed it. Another bad power play. Third period. 2:46 in. Ducks clear over the glass. Power play. We kill it. Because why wouldn't we score on that one? So no dice on the power play. 9:20 left. And Studnicka gets his first shift of the third. And likely his last. Turns out it was his last. Slashing. Penalty kill. We kill it. 32 seconds left. Lindholm for roughing. The call was bullshit. Vetrano, Lindholm has his hand up on his face and everything. Vetrano grabs him, pulls him down over on top of him. They call Lindholm for roughing. So we kill the 32 seconds of that, go into overtime, kill another minute and a half of that. Frantic overtime. And by that, I mean there were like 2 scoring chances the whole time. Olmark made an awesome save. It was a 3-on-0. Grzelcyk worked his ass off to catch back all the way up to Strome. He was behind Strome, so Strome still gets a 1-on-1 with Olmark. He gets stoned if, I have this. Hold on. Silverberg. If he is working as hard as Grizz here, he has a free goal because the puck comes right back out in front of Olmark. But Grizz beat him back there and ends up clearing that chance away. We're going to go to a shootout. This is how the shootout goes. We do get a 23-second power play in overtime. Doesn't happen. DeBrusque misses the net. Zegras stones him 5-hole. Nice save of Olmark. Pasta, lazy approach. Easy save. Went blocker side. Real no challenge. Terry, stoned 5-hole. Nice save Olmark. Coyle, nice in and out move. Glove side save. Shattenkirk, again, save. Low pad. Doesn't look like he was going 5-hole though. Hall goes 5-hole. Scores on Gibson. Comtois Oli with a massive diving glove save when Comtois got around him to his right. It was a sprawling, beautiful save. Won us the game. Olmark won us that game anyway. Gibson played a great game, so I kind of want to give him credit for that. This should not. That Ducks team is bad. We should not have struggled that much with that team. Too lazy, too often. Special teams were great if you only looked at the penalty kill. The power play was 0-4 against a terrible Ducks squad. I cannot believe the power play was this bad this game. And I was the one saying, hey, you know what? They're not actually that bad. You know? They aren't getting the result, but I like the way they're moving the puck. No, I was wrong. This looks terrible now all of a sudden. So there's that. I think Pasta's playing a little too selfish right now. I'd love to hear your takes on this if you've watched the game. Every play for him seems to be hero ball, individual. Then if it doesn't work out, he dishes the puck off. He's shooting the puck a ton, which I'm not going to complain about because I want him to. I just think he's doing a little too much hero ball. Just by a bit. And it feels like his line mates are trying to force him the puck, which is going to feed into that anyway. It's just a weird dynamic that I think they need to even out a little bit more. Stud's fucked. 2 penalties. Really nothing positive to speak of. A turnover that led to the only goal against. Even if I don't think it's super fair to hang that all on him. And when Montgomery was asked if Stud would get another chance, he said maybe. Which feels like no to me. So that was, I mean, the competition level was not the highest, and Stud couldn't make anything happen. Bummer. But, let's not act like this is Stud's first attempt at the NHL. It's not like he's had years to, try to figure this out. You could blame the system. You could say the Bruins are bad at developing talent. Or you could say Sweeney's bad at drafting, whatever. I don't know. Stud, I want to believe in. I've been a believer in him for a long time. I'm still holding on. But this is not good. Sloppy game. But not a bad game. I really don't think so. Because I'm not looking at any solo performances being like, man, that was bad. Other than Stud. Foligno continues to look not 3.8 million worth, but he continues to look like a really active, really good fourth liner. Nosek is improving. Freddie's still invisible for the most part, but I'm also a little frustrated with him just in general. Coyle, I've loved the start to a season. I think he should have been back playing center this game. Even though I usually like him on the right, he just couldn't make anything happen when the play had to go through Stud, and his other winger is just not doing enough to force the puck up the ice. Coyle's best when he can control the flow of the game from that center position, unless he has a great center to already work with. Other than that, Hall still looks a little injured, still looks a little slow, still looks a little beat up. That lingering injury from the preseason might turn into a huge storyline this year, but he was good and still fought hard. But everyone else was active and had chances, and there was just a lazy tone to it all, though. So I have a hard time looking at the team and being like, what a shit game. It wasn't really that bad of a game for any individual. It was just not a good game for any individual. I don't know if that makes sense. But from the explanation, you guys can tell there's just not a ton to talk about here. Hopefully, Saturday's game is more fun. I'm going to guess it will be because it's hockey, and most hockey games are really fun, if you haven't noticed that yet. The new Reverse Retro came out. I can't wait to get another Pooh Bear. I'm very excited about that. I got to figure out who I want to put on it, though. So give me some ideas on that. It also depends on who's going to wear it, too. It's going to end up being one of our mainstays, though. It's not going to be like, oh, this will be my Zaka jersey. That's not going to happen. Anyway, guys, that does it for me. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm pumped. We're 4-1. We started the season exactly how we need to. We need some sloppy wins like this, especially early on. We're only going to get healthier. We're only going to get better. I thought Grizz looked pretty decent. He still has some rust to shake off, but I was pretty happy with his game. Guys, I feel great. I feel great. Yeah, we had a bad game and then a lackluster game, but that's a win in my book. A win's a win's a win. A dub's a dub. Go Bees!